Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington, Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. Hold on to your hats because what I'm about to tell you could be a game changer for the Washington Commanders and the entire NFC East. Rumors are swirling that the Commanders are in serious talks to acquire none other than Travis Kelce from the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, you heard that right, Kelce, the superstar tight end who's been one of the most reliable and dynamic players in the league for years, might be heading to Washington. And let me tell you, if this deal goes through, it could reshape the entire division and give the Commanders a new weapon that could elevate their offense to a completely different level. Deep dive into the Washington Commanders, franchise history and recent performance before we get into the specifics of this potential blockbuster. It's crucial to understand the historical context of the Washington Commanders. The franchise, originally established in 1932 as the Boston Braves, has a storied legacy filled with Super Bowl victories, legendary players, and iconic moments that have helped shape NFL history. With 3 Super Bowl titles, including their first in 1982, the legendary 1987 season, and the 1991 season, Washington has been a powerhouse at various points in its history. However, in recent years, the team has faced challenges, including coaching changes, roster rebuilds, and inconsistent performances. After a period of rebuilding, the franchise has been steadily climbing back toward respectability, with the 2022 and 2023 seasons showing promising signs of growth. The emergence of quarterback Sam Howell, a promising young talent drafted in 2022, has added a new layer of excitement to the franchise. Howell, with his strong arm and leadership qualities, has shown flashes of potential as a franchise quarterback, but still needs additional weapons to fully unlock his ability. The team's defense, historically a strength, has been somewhat inconsistent recently, but with the right additions and coaching adjustments, they are expected to be a formidable unit again. The front office has been aggressive, making strategic moves during the offseason, including signing key free agents and drafting talented rookies. The addition of a player like Kelce would not only boost the offense, but also send a message that the Commanders are serious about contending in the NFC East, one of the most competitive divisions in the NFL. The NFC East. A divisional power shift in progress, the NFC East has long been known for its fierce rivalries and competitive balance. Traditionally, the Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles, New York Giants, and Washington Commanders have vied for supremacy. Over the last decade, the Eagles have been dominant, winning Super Bowl LII and making multiple playoff appearances. The Cowboys, with their storied history, have also been perennial contenders, especially with their high-powered offense and solid defense. The Giants, with their Super Bowl wins in the late 2000s, have experienced ups and downs but remain a tough opponent. In the 2023 season, the division is poised for a major shakeup. The Eagles, led by quarterback Jalen Hurts, have one of the most potent offenses in the league, complemented by a stout defense. The Cowboys, with Dak Prescott at quarterback, have been a consistent playoff team, but questions about their consistency and playoff performance remain. The Giants, under new head coach Brian Daboll, have shown resilience and growth, with Saquon Barkley returning to form and Daniel Jones developing into a more reliable quarterback. The Washington Commanders, meanwhile, are hungry to establish their dominance once again. The potential acquisition of Kelce could be the difference maker that elevates Washington from a decent team to a true NFC East contender. This division's future looks brighter than ever, with each team investing heavily in talent and coaching. Why Travis Kelce is the perfect fit for Washington now. Let's analyze why Travis Kelce would be a perfect addition to the Commanders' roster. Kelce, at 36 years old, remains one of the most elite tight ends in the NFL. His unique skill set combines route running, athleticism, football IQ, and leadership. Over the years, Kelce has been Patrick Mahomes' most trusted target, excelling in crucial moments, especially in the playoffs, including 2 Super Bowl victories, LIV and LVII. Kelce's ability to read defenses, create separation, and make contested catches makes him a mismatch nightmare. His chemistry with Mahomes has resulted in record-setting seasons, including leading tight ends in receptions, yards, and touchdowns multiple times. His leadership and veteran presence also serve as invaluable assets in the locker room, inspiring younger players and raising the overall standard of the team. In 2025, Kels still demonstrated his elite skills. Playing 15 games, he caught 92 passes for 12 yards, averaging 67. 5 yards per game with 8 touchdowns. His yards per reception, 11 yards, highlight his ability to stretch the field and make big plays downfield. His PFF grade last year was an impressive 88.4, ranking among the top tight ends in the league, and his EPA per target of 0.28 indicates he's a high-yield target for any offense. When considering the void left by Zach Ertz's retirement, Kels's arrival would fill a significant gap in the tight end position, providing a safety valve for Howell and a consistent red zone threat. His threat level in the red zone, with 18 targets last season, could be a game-changer for Washington's scoring efficiency. The strategic implications of Kels's acquisition. The strategic implications of adding Kels are profound. First, it would dramatically improve Washington's offensive EPA, expected points added, potentially by approximately 18%, transforming their ability to sustain drives and score points. This upgrade would also bolster the passing game, giving Howell a reliable, matchup-destroying target. Kels's route-running mastery and knack for creating separation would open up opportunities for receivers like Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson, who are already talented but could benefit immensely from the attention Kels's presence commands. Furthermore, Kels's addition would allow the coaching staff to diversify their offensive schemes, utilizing more two tight end sets and creating mismatches against linebackers and safeties. His presence could also influence the team's draft strategy, shifting focus toward bolstering other areas like the defensive line or secondary, knowing they have a proven, elite tight end to lean on. From a leadership perspective, Kels's presence would be a rallying point for the team. His experience in high-stakes playoff games, including multiple Super Bowls, would be invaluable for a team looking to make a deep postseason run. His leadership qualities could help foster a culture of competitiveness and resilience, especially for younger players trying to make their mark. The Chiefs' perspective and future strategy on the other side, the Kansas City Chiefs would face a significant transition. Kels, a cornerstone of their dynasty, has been instrumental in their success, including their Super Bowl LIV victory and multiple AFC championship appearances. Moving on from him would be a calculated decision, driven by cap considerations and a desire to rebuild for the future. The Chiefs currently have a cap hit of approximately $18.5 million for Kels, and with a projected cap deficit of around $14 million in 2026, they are looking at tough financial choices. Supporting Patrick Mahomes' massive salary, over $60 million annually, along with the need to build a young, cost-controlled roster, makes trading Kels a strategic move. The team might also be looking to develop younger tight ends or invest in the draft to find the next Kels. Future expectations and potential impact. If the trade materializes, expectations for Washington would skyrocket. The team would be viewed as a serious contender, especially with such an elite playmaker in their arsenal. The offensive line, which has been improving but still needs stability, would need to protect Howell to maximize Kels's talents. The coaching staff would likely design schemes to exploit Kels's mismatch potential, creating a plethora of quick passes, screens, and play-action passes. Defensively, the NFC East remains a gauntlet, with each team possessing star power on defense. Washington's defense, led by the likes of Chase Young and Montez Sweat, would need to step up to complement the offensive upgrade. However, with Kels anchoring the offense, the Commanders could control time of possession and keep potent opponents' offenses off the field. The playoff picture for Washington would become more promising. With a reliable tight end like Kels, who excels in clutch moments, the team's odds of clinching a playoff berth and making a deep run would increase significantly. Kels's playoff experience, multiple AFC championship games, and 2 Super Bowls would also be a source of inspiration and leadership in high-pressure situations. Deep analysis of key players and their role in the potential success. Let's take a closer look at some of the key players who would benefit from Kels's arrival. Sam Howell asterisk. The young quarterback's development is critical. His arm strength, mobility, and decision-making have shown promise, but consistency remains a question mark. Kelce's presence would provide Howell with a security blanket, especially on third downs and in red zone situations. His ability to make quick, accurate throws to Kelce, who can adjust routes mid-play, could accelerate Howell's progression. Terry McLaurin **. The franchise receiver has elite route-running skills and deep speed, but he's often been the primary focus of defenses. Kelce's presence could loosen coverage, allowing McLaurin to find more open space and make big plays. Jahan Dotson **. The rookie wide receiver from Ohio State has flashed potential, especially with his speed and ability to make contested catches. Kelce's ability to draw attention would open up opportunities for Dotson to showcase his skills. The offensive line, protecting Kelce and Howell, will be paramount. The team's recent improvements in offensive line play, with draft picks like center Nick Gates and tackle Andrew Wiley, are promising. Kelce's blocking ability, although primarily utilized as a receiver, also adds value in the run game and pass protection. The ripple effect on the league and NFL dynamics. Kelce's potential move to Washington would reverberate across the league. It would set a precedent that veteran players, even at the tight end position, are still highly valued and capable of transforming teams. Such a move could inspire other contenders to pursue big-name veterans or key positional upgrades in the offseason. Moreover, it might shift the balance of power within the NFC, making the conference even more competitive. If Washington manages to add Kelce and bolster their roster further, they could be a dark horse candidate for the Super Bowl, especially if their defense continues to improve. Final thoughts and the road ahead. In conclusion, the potential acquisition of Travis Kelce by the Washington Commanders is one of the most exciting and impactful rumors circulating this offseason. It symbolizes the franchise's ambition to contend and signals a willingness to make bold moves. For fans, it's an opportunity to dream bigger and believe that their team could finally break through the NFC playoff barrier and chase that elusive Super Bowl title. While nothing is official yet, the negotiations are reportedly close, and the NFL community is watching with bated breath. The coming days and weeks will be critical in determining whether this blockbuster move becomes a reality. If it does, it will undoubtedly be one of the most significant trades in recent NFL history, reshaping the NFC landscape and elevating Washington's status among NFL contenders. Additional insights. The broader NFL context. This potential trade also fits into a broader NFL trend where teams are valuing proven veterans with playoff experience to push their chips in for a championship run. The league's increasingly competitive nature means that teams are not afraid to make high-stakes moves, often sacrificing future draft capital for immediate upgrades. For the Chiefs, the decision to part ways with Kelce might also be influenced by their upcoming draft strategies and salary cap management. The team's front office is known for balancing short-term success with long-term planning, and moving Kelce could free up significant cap space to support their core young players and draft picks. The fans, perspective, and the emotional impact for the Washington fanbase. The idea of Kelce donning their team's colors is electrifying. It represents a belief that the franchise is serious about competing at the highest level. Kelce's charismatic personality, leadership qualities, and clutch performances would make him an instant fan favorite and a leader on the field. Conversely, Chiefs fans are understandably emotional about losing a player who has been instrumental in their recent success. Kelce's loyalty and consistency over the years have made him a beloved figure in Kansas City, and his departure would mark the end of an era. Nonetheless, Chiefs fans also recognize the importance of strategic roster moves to sustain a competitive team over the long haul. Conclusion. The future is bright for Washington in the end. Whether or not Kelce becomes a Washington Commanders player, this rumor underscores the franchise's renewed ambition and the exciting future ahead. The NFL landscape is dynamic, and moves like this could be the catalyst that propels Washington back into Super Bowl contention. As we await official confirmation, the anticipation continues to build. Fans, analysts, and players alike are eager to see how this story unfolds. And if the deal is completed, it will be remembered as one of the most significant offseason moves in recent NFL history, potentially redefining the NFC East and setting the stage for an exciting upcoming season. Total character count: 10, 321 characters.